Hi, welcome everyone to another episode of Life According to Brian.
And Jason.
Hey, Jason, I got some
Brian.
questions for you on one of your favorite topics, and that is baseball hats.
Yes.
You and I both love hats. We wear hats all the time. Why am I a 57-year-old man who still wears a lot of baseball hats? And you too. Let's dive into this. Let's try to peel the onion. So, what do you think? Give me one reason why you think you wear hats so much.
Well, I think it is a form of self-expression.
Yeah.
It kind of sets you apart a little bit. I do wear baseball hats, but also I have some other favorite hats. My son goes to Montana State University, and I have a Bobcat hat that I just absolutely love. I wear that all the time. So I think a little bit of identity. What about you?
Okay. I think I'm going to go back in time here on that. I think my first reason for wearing hats is I've always had a kind of hair that was all over the place. Um, all my school pictures, my hair looks like hell. I mean, from 8-year-old, for school pictures, my hair is just all like sticking out everywhere. And when I wake up in the morning, my kids growing up, they would call me guinea pig. Oh, Dad's got guinea pig hair. And so I think ever since I was a kid, it was just I could go to school, just put on the hat because there was no way I was brushing my hair to get it to do anything. It was just unless it was short. I couldn't, 70s, my hair was pretty long. My mom's version of a haircut, she just cut my bangs, straight across. So I had the kind of Dutch boy cut going. And, then I'd go to the farms in the summer and, my either grandpa would just take me to town. They'd just shave my head, just, give me a buzz cut and then my hair would grow out. So I just had this loop of bad hair still today, for
Okay.
me, that's one reason. Just, allowed me to go to high school and not have to always have my hair done. So yeah.
Dude, yeah, I wore hats not as much when I was younger. I wore hats more for work as an early PE teacher. And
Mm-hmm.
I will say, going to events, I do like my merchandise, and hats are a nice
Yeah.
merchandise thing. So I've collected. Also, I guess collecting. I have given away or donated or gotten rid of a lot of hats. But
You've
over my
given away
time,
more hats than I've ever purchased in my life.
yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. No, so I like merchandise. So
You
oops.
do. I mean, whatever we're going to, that's where you head first. We walk into a restaurant, there might be some merch to the right. Jason's over there checking it out.
It's
Go
usually a
to a
hat.
bar. Yep. Go to a bar. Any new ball field. Boom.
Okay,
Hats first.
my
Yeah.
favorite story. No. We go to Kansas City. You show up wearing your Rockies hat and you got like a black shirt on, and I show up because I bought a hat beforehand. So I'm wearing my Kansas City hat, and we go in there, and I am messing with you like I'm a local. And I'm like, come on, Brian, get over here, buy a hat. And the vendor didn't care, but I thought it was funny.
Yeah, you're throwing me under the bus. Oh,
Oh, come
you're a
on,
Rockies
Brian.
fan. You're here. We're not even playing the Rockies. I mean, you were playing it up
I
good.
was. I was. It was
And,
fun. It was fun.
and so it was total peer pressure for me to buy a Kansas City hat. My
Well,
God.
we do. You pretty much. We always buy something.
I
So,
know. I know. But,
but
but
I
you
was
suckered
messing
me
with you.
good. That was a top notch, setup, I have to say. So even the guy selling me the hat was laughing like, stupid tourist. So, yeah.
Right.
Okay,
Yes.
so let me get this right. You wear hats still to this day due to identity. You like the identity part and
Sure.
merch. You just love merch. Okay. My second reason, I will say this. I moved to Colorado in 92. So the Rockies became a thing in 93. So therefore, bingo, I'm a first year one, day one, Rockies fan, right? And always owned a Rockies hat of some sort. So when I travel, especially now that I'm with Tanis and we've traveled all over the world, I always take a Rockies hat, no matter what continent I'm on, that I'm going to. That hat follows. And I've worn Rockies hats all the way to Japan. I went to a Swallows game with a Rockies hat on, Kansas City Royals,
Nice.
with a Rockies hat on. But I tell you what, here's what happens when you wear a team hat like that. You'll get, you could be in any city, different places, and you'll get a little chiming. Some people will say some little, oh, you're a Rockies fan, huh? You must be the only one, jokes like that. And, one time we were sitting in New Orleans. It's like, I don't know, around Christmas time, Tanis and I went. And I threw the Rockies hat on. We went out to dinner. We're off of Bourbon Street. We're hanging out. And we're just in a restaurant at the bar eating dinner. And someone down the bar yells out, "Hey, you a Rockies fan?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, where you live, blah, blah, blah." They were two kids who graduated School of Mines,
Nice.
engineering program, and they were heading to Florida because they graduated mid-year. So they're heading to Florida for their first jobs. And I'm like, oh man, my son's at School of Mines. Well, who's your son? Yeah, they knew my son and his girlfriend at the time, who's now his wife. So small world. It's happened to me multiple times by wearing
Yes.
that Rockies hat.
I was in Wisconsin visiting my mom, and I was wearing my Rockies hat in a bar, and my brother was there and my son, and sure enough, the Rockies came on, and we're all supposed to go to a meal with the rest of the family, and they said, go ahead, but the Rockies were playing, and it was just a regular game. We were not doing good this past season, and you would have thought it was the World Series. We're getting drinks. We're like, doing real quick ones. We're like, yeah, we're excited when we get on base. It was a close game. These people around like, are they really from Colorado and like the Rockies?
Mm-hmm.
The bartender's like, oh yeah. Anyway, it was just so fun to be in another state and with another team on, and people were having fun with us. So it was good. I hear what you're saying.
Yeah. And it's just, sometimes it's a conversation starter. You'd be sitting on a bus or a train somewhere and chatting. I moved to a new state, so I wear that hat around, and it kind of swings both ways. You get some crap over it. Stuff like, oh, you're another one moving in from Colorado, But then other people are like, oh, you're wearing the Rockies hat. You a fan? Well, yeah, from Colorado, so I use it as conversation starters or things like that. So, okay. All right. What would be another reason why? And again, we're talking, I don't see you wear cowboy hats. An occasional beanie. You're not wearing derbies,
Not wearing derbies.
So it's baseball hat.
I wear the baseball hat, but then I wear certain things to remember time. So yes, I have several Rockies hats, but like it's fun to put on my Cincinnati hat and think of our trip.
Oh yeah. Oh, there you go.
I think the San Diego hat, and I think of our trip.
Right.
That is just you know what? I just put it on and I just remember it. It's like a little jog, and I just go around. Of course, then someone asks you something. Oh, what about so and so? I'm like, yeah, like he said, But it's to remember times that I've had.
Sure.
Like one of my favorite hats. I'll ask you this. I'll answer it. So I have obviously it's still baseball. Went out to see the Marlins. I have the old orange hat of the Marlins, obnoxious. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And it was the best time with my family. The stadium was fairly new at the time. It was very Florida-esque, not like it is now with vibrant colors and everything. And it was just great. They had a great lineup, great players. Giancarlo Stanton. It was just awesome time. So that just reminds me too, and why I keep hats. So my favorite hat that I keep right now would be the Marlins hat. Do you have a favorite hat other than Rockies that you might have?
Well, I do. I think I'm the same way. I've had to do the hat purge over the decades, and I still have a hat from when I played Little League.
Oh,
I think I played. It was probably 8-year-old minors, somewhere around there. And this is when I lived in South Dakota, and our league was called Harney League, so it has a cool H, and it's a red hat with a white H. And it's an all cloth hat with just the kind of the snap back, no trucker hat in the back like the newer hats would be. And I still keep that hat because it's just got a classic old school look. And so I kind of keep that in stored away a little differently than where my other hats are. It's the only one that made it out of my childhood. And even my high school baseball hats all gone. I think they just get stinky. I played
yep.
in Arizona. I moved to Arizona, so I played a lot of ball, and just hats, you just couldn't keep them because, they're kind of gross. So hats do wind up kind of cycling out just because of wear factor. But I have to say, this is probably going to shock you, but probably one of my most favorite hats that I hardly ever wear is my New York Yankees hat.
Okay, what's the story? What's the story?
That's just because I took the kids there. We went on a trip, and
Yep.
this was I think the second to last year Yankee Stadium was open before they built new Yankee Stadium. And so we showed up. The kids were pretty little at that time. I want to say maybe like 9 and 5, 10 and 5, somewhere around there. And so we go to a Yankees game. But prior to the Yankees game, we did a Yankees tour, stadium tour. So we got to go out onto the field, old Yankee Stadium. I mean, as historic as you can get. Step on the hollow grounds of the dirt, walked the perimeter to the outfield, got to see, kind of like center field up there, walked around, got to sit in the dugout, got to sit where like Jeter would be sitting, it's that whole time period. And not only was it historic, but also smelled like urine. So it was such a paradoxical thing. It was just smelly, ugly. It was in bad shape. The stadium was in bad shape. You could see why they were building a new one, but at the same time, it just kind of had this iconic, vibe to it. So it's just very, very weird. It was very paradoxical. So I'm like, man, I'm buying a hat. So not only that, but the hat fit good. I like the colors, but I'm not a Yankees fan, but it's because of that memory. I got to do a really nice, cool tour of old Yankee Stadium before they tore it down.
Dude, there you go. It's a story.
Yeah, totally. So I still have that hat to this day. I just don't wear it very often because, I think it's 20 years old itself right now. And, occasionally crack it out. But yeah, I try to keep my collection down to about 10. Now we like fitted baseball hats. So that's a difference. There's hats, and like you go to a bar and you get a $20, 20, now they're $20. They used to be 10, 15. I like trucker hats, but I view them as disposable items. But man, if I get a fitted hat, a 7 1/4 MLB fitted hat, that baby's got some longevity coming to it. What do you think?
Oh, same here. I'm a size 8.
Right. I know. I bought you hats in the past, and I'm like, sometimes it just works out. I'll be like, milling around some gift shop I like eBay. If I have certain stores on eBay I go to, and sure enough, man, a size 8 will pop up. They probably can't sell them. Who knows? I don't know.
Now, do you still have the Rockies hat that a player wore that we got at Fan Fest?
Right.
You go in, there's a pin,
Yep.
lightly used, maybe just one time because they do it for auction or just they're done.
I love that hat. I wore that hat till, it's kind of a gross item because, I've cleaned it. When you clean kind of those kind of hats, they kind of shrink a little bit. They're never quite the same. And, so I still got Nolan Arenado's, one-time use hat. Mm-hmm.
Go.
Yeah. Yeah. It's classic. I cracked that out once in a great while, but again, same thing. I overwore it, got a little stinky, tried to clean it. And from there on, I'm like, I'll just kind of keep that one to the side. So I kind of try to keep my pro hat collection to about 10 now and rotate one out every now and then. What's your numbers?
Yes. I've actually gone down, 10. 10.
Whoa.
No,
Oh,
10. I'm like, you know what? I got to do this. I got to do this. So, but the one I wear the most is I have a fitted size 8 Montana State hat. I wear that a lot. And then I do have a black and purple bill Rockies hat.
right.
A lot. And a black one. Then I have at school, crosswalk duty and everything else. My school hat is a all black Rockies hat, and I wear that all the time, every
Oh,
day. So for me, it's also a work thing, but kind of known as a Rockies fan.
right.
And people
Right.
talk, like you said, blah blah. It's identity. I'm proud of them. Love the Broncos too. I'm all sports. I have a Colorado Rapids hat. I wear a lot. That's another one in my rotation. That is tired, but I'm keeping it, and I washed it. But it's a very comfortable hat. So yeah.
Right. Right. I agree. I think part of it too, I moved from South Dakota to Arizona when I was 11, and hats were it's just kind of a thing. I had to walk to school and back all the way up to early high school. Then I could catch the bus, but sun's just, it's on you. And, so it's kind of it's a pre-sunscreen. I don't remember putting on sunscreen as a kid. So mom would say, throw a hat on. So I think, I think just that too. And now I live here in Arkansas, which, the sun is still pretty intense in the summer. I do have to say I pull the old guy, the big beach straw hat when I'm mowing the lawn. I got to go with the big hat,
Right.
get full coverage because I absolutely hate sunscreen. Absolutely hate it. Gets in my eyes. It's very sweaty here and I'm just like, oh, so I just brim up, and so out on the paddleboard, the boat, big brim hat. I thought by this age I'd be wearing like a low profile, kind of like Australian outback hat or something. I've tried different cowboy hats over the years. Nothing stuck. I don't know. I just always gravitate back to baseball caps.
Funny you say that. So I have um, a all green Florida Marlins. Well, yeah, Florida Marlins hat at the time for my boat for when I get on my kayaks. I wear that because I'm on the kayak. I remember seeing this old grizzled dude. My mom lived in Florida, and he had you know a Marlins hat. It was just all beat up. I'm like, yep, that's me, man. I'm gonna be that dude. So I
You know, big
so
brim hat,
yeah. Well,
like
no, it's just a
no,
baseball hat.
oh,
No, it's
just
always
baseball.
baseball. For my problem, TMI, I got such a big head, size 8. Not too many hats fit me. I have to almost
Right.
wear baseball hats.
Mm-hmm.
No other hat will really do it. So
Right.
some
Yeah.
trucker hats, but
Yeah.
anyway, just that look. Once again, the look, the identity. I just really liked it. And wherever my parents, my mom and dad live, wherever they live. So right now, some Wisconsin teams are in the rotation, and that's how I roll. And I think I might have a Northwest Arkansas hat as well.
There you go. Yeah. Go Naturals. Yeah. I love it. Yeah. You know, throw me a hat any day. So, you know how it goes. You're like, easy shopping for Brian. Find a trucker hat or a baseball hat. And I'm totally cool. I, I love it. So I don't think you can have too many hats, even though people I
We try.
live with disagree, but I
Yeah.
don't think you can have enough hats. But, anyway, well, I look forward to future hats. So if our next baseball trip is St. Louis,
And I got to check out your hat from childhood, dude. I have not seen that.
Yeah, I kind of keep that tucked away. Yeah, I'll dig that out, and
Time
then
to
I got
visit
some
it.
pictures to kind of go with it. And yeah, I was one of those corny kids that would tuck his ears up underneath the brim of his hat when I played Little League.
Right. To each their own.
That's right. So I got some baseball pictures with my ears tucked, and kids used to razz me on that. But guess what, Jason?
What, Brian?
Oh, dude, we are out of time again. The time goes so
Yes,
fast.
it does.
Any last shout outs before we wrap it up?
No, I'd love to head down to maybe the Angels Stadium too. I should know the name of that, but there you go.
Go Angels, right? I know.
Angels. I'd like to
Dude,
see
that
that.
got me thinking. We're gonna have to plan a trip because we got to buy swag. So, well, well, friends, thanks for joining us on another episode of Life According to Brian.
And Jason.
Until next time, again, leave us some comments, give us some love, find us on all your streaming platforms. We'll talk again. Bye.